What's going on, everyone? Chris from PickDawgz.com here with your morning show. It is Monday, February 9th, 2026. The Super Bowl and the NFL is in the rear view. We now focus on strictly basketball for the next 2.5 weeks. No NHLs, they're on the Olympic break, but still the money is there to be made. I got a great group with me to break down the action today and break down the action from yesterday. And starts with my right-hand man, Jay Briggs. How you doing?
Good morning to all. Welcome to Jay's World, man. Straight hoops. So all that football talk, out the window. All that hockey talk, out the window. Welcome to my land, man. Welcome. Let's talk some hoops, baby. Can't wait to break it down. Of course, we're going to talk about winners and losers over the weekend. I was a big fat loser yesterday. It was okay, though. It's a Super Bowl. It's the one day of the year where you could really just be okay with being a loser if you lose the Super Bowl. At least that's what I told myself as I fell asleep last night. It's okay, though, man. Money making Monday, new week, new goals, new opportunities. Ready to talk about it all with you guys today.
Absolutely. Costi, how you doing?
Doing good. I feel like the menu assortment yesterday was phenomenal at the Super Bowl party. We had 4 different types of Wagyu steaks. I feel like that was the most excitement I had of the night, is actually eating versus watching the game.
How much meat you put in your mouth?
You know,
more than you expected.
I didn't go all at once. Okay. I spread it out over each quarter.
At least he had some he had some in each hand. That's all you need to know.
He was two-fisting meat.
Tell you what, the Wagyu filet, which I've never had before. I've had different Wagyu that more like melts in your mouth, very tender. This was filet, dry aged Wagyu filet. That was the first that we've had in a while. It was very, very good.
Where was this party at?
In
Lollipop Lounge.
Owings Mills. Low key.
Oh.
Outside was the heated patio. Cigar, food. Inside were the women and the kids. The women and the kids aren't allowed outside because the smoke, not allowed to be around cigars, which is perfect because we don't need them anyway. But the funniest part about the whole night was my buddy had a friend in town from Australia. And of course, he invites this guy from Australia who knows nothing about football. And he's asking us like the most, what do they do? Do they kick or punt here? Or is he supposed to catch? I'm like, dude, get your buddy out of here, man. I can't do it. It's the first quarter. Tell him to go inside. And I at one point said I'd rather be inside with the women and the kids. And I really believe that at that point. This guy was just asking me questions about football during the Super Bowl. I was like, you got to get him out of here. That's it. Not talking about the game, the food.
Who was where it's at? Jeremy, how you doing?
I mean, I'm good. A couple of really nice calls, some swings and misses. The anthem not going over. I mean, once the practice round came out, you saw the line start dropping if you were looking at offshore books, and I was like, yeah, there's something else going on now, because he did have the gospel choir with him and all that. Had some great calls. I was on the under. More and more I kept talking to people and everyone was picking Seattle. It started to change my mind and looking at New England a little bit more, and boy, was that the wrong move. But no, Kenneth Walker over rushing. I felt like I deserved better on Hunter Henry's receiving yards. Drake May threw like 3 of them behind him, so I don't know if the shoulder was affecting him or whatever, but overall it was a winning day. Could have been better, but happy to get the Super Bowl right.
Yeah, no, I feel you. It was one of those games where, I just felt like the props had the right looks on them and just didn't come through. But it is what it is. Like I said, we move on from the Super Bowl and we sort of just move on to basketball for the next couple of weeks. But we're going to talk about it. I don't think we have enough for winners and losers, but we'll talk about it.
Shit.
Somebody said in the comments, Jay's got the glasses on, plus 10 points handicapper power today. Nobody's talking about
It is
Nobody
true.
ever saad that to Jeremy about
It
his
is
glasses.
true.
No,
Kind of
mine
rude.
see into the future too.
It's kind of rude. Jeremy's had them on every week.
Yeah, the people that watch the lowdown, they have a drinking game anytime I flip the glasses down when I'm talking. So now it's like drink, like just go ahead.
Yeah, that's kind of why I was leaned over one day when we were playing that game. I just was like, I had the over for sure.
Wait, what game were you playing?
Drinking
Don't worry
game where
about it.
Jeremy puts his glasses down.
Oh.
Drinking game with Jeremy and that ends with you bending over. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, party.
And
You said that.
goes costume with meat in his mouth.
Yeah, man. What a show.
Listen, let me tell you something.
Rain,
I'm not
too
a
many
big
things,
Wagyu
man.
guy. Wagyu filet. It's got the flavor. I like the dry aged ribeye is probably one of my favorite cuts of meat. But
Man,
bon appetit.
This is going off the rails.
Sam Darnold. Bon appetit.
I think Costi was at a party where they only served cock meat sandwiches personally, and he got some of that rooster meat and rolled with it.
This weird Australian was there too, asking me the weirdest questions. I mean, come on. And then it was funny. Chris Hemsworth came on in the commercial. He goes, "That's a real man."
Yeah.
That's a real man.
I mean, where should I start? Should I grab the low hanging fruit? Should I where y'all want me to start with this?
I want to see you and Chris get into it a little bit. So go ahead, fire them up.
First, I'm gonna cry a little bit. My top play yesterday, I told you all week what it was. Sam Darnold to throw a pick. And I still, even today, don't know how he didn't throw one. I still don't understand how he didn't throw one. Gunzo, I'm disappointed in you, bro. You dropped 2 your damn self. Y'all dropped 3 on the first drive of the game. So upset. But shout out Sam Darnold, man. I guess I'm going to start off winner. Winner, Sam Darnold. Winner is fucking Sam Darnold. You did it, bro. And I was one of your biggest haters, bro. And you did it. Congratulations. Not only did you win the Super Bowl, you went the whole postseason playing clean, no turnovers. I thought last night as a whole, taking a step back and looking back at it, last night was a story of America, bro. That's all it was. America, the land of second chances, where you could be as garbage as Sam Darnold and still turn around and win the Super Bowl. You could be a U.S. citizen from Puerto Rico that many people still don't even know is part of the United States, and people saying you don't even deserve to be on the halftime show. There's many different ways you can go about it, about looking back at yesterday. But I thought as a whole, America, and shout out Sam Darnold, man. What a turnaround. What a season. That's all I got to say is shout out fucking Sam Darnold, man. Shout out Sam Darnold. So I'll start with giving out winners before I do anything else.
Costi.
We'll go winner, Mike McDonald. What a performance. You came in there with a plan. Obviously, the Ravens couldn't keep him because it just wasn't the right year, but all the respect to him. Another funny story is a buddy of mine goes, "Yeah, I talk to Mike all the time. Our dogs are friends." So I'm like, so it's a friend of a friend through the dog. No, I mean, he came in there, second year, him and Schneider put together just a amazing roster with the right pieces everywhere, everything that they did in the offseason, even midseason, getting Shaheed in there. I mean, it's not a mystery why Shaheed went there. He was with Kubiak in New Orleans the year before. That was a home run for them because the season turned around when the Rams were beating them in the regular season. We're going to win that game and probably going to be the number 1 seed. And Shaheed had that punt return touchdown. And from that point forward, they were able to control their own destiny, win Week 18 versus the 49ers, have the number 1 seed, and that's the story. But he was just able to from game 1 of the season keep that team as a team, where there wasn't that one player, it wasn't that one superstar that stood out. It was a team effort on the defensive side, on the offensive side, coaches. I mean, he called a brilliant defensive performance where he just made Drake May look very mediocre. And I know Drake's a good player, and I know Drake's going to be hopefully in the Super Bowl at some time in the future. He has that it factor, but last night he just made him look extremely mediocre with that cover 2 shell. And shout out to McDonald. Man, I wish you were my coach, but unfortunately, he's not, and I respect him for what he has done in a short 2-year tender.
Jeremy, anything for you?
Yeah, I'll give you 2 quick winners, one outside the Super Bowl. Man, hats off to Lindsey Vonn. She tore her ACL and then still tried to compete in her final Olympics. And people are like, why are you doing that? Because she knows it's over after this. She ends up breaking her damn leg and getting helicoptered out of there. Unbelievable that she went back out and tried to do what she did. Hats off to her. But the other winner, I'll say Jason Myers. Like, I know nobody wants to give a kicker the MVP, but going into the fourth quarter, he had all of the points in the game. He still, what did he make, 5 field goals? And I feel bad for anyone that took, what was the bet? It was field goals versus longest touchdown in the game or something. And there were 5 field goals, and it ended up being 41. And I think the longest one happened later on in the game. I don't know if that was the pick 6 or the other one, but whatever. I mean, you look at what Jason Myers did coming into the game. He had all of those points, could have easily won the MVP. And I know it's very boring to talk about a kicker, but in a game that had not a lot of action, he did everything he was supposed to do.
Nah, you had to give it to Walker. He had 144.
He didn't score any points.
Yeah, but Vegas got him there. They got him with the phantom holding. They got him with the phantom.
If it weren't for the late scoring in that game, I would have gave it to Myers.
Yeah. It's just you never see. I mean, it's happened one time before, and that's because they didn't know what the game went to overtime. But kickers usually aren't going to get that type of attention.
Shout out K9 for sure, though. Shout out K9, man. Hell of a game.
How about the punter? I would say give it
the Australian dude. Was he at your party?
I ain't really seen nobody hit it. I ain't really seen nobody.
I didn't even know he was Australian.
Like that. Like I ain't never really seen nobody hit a hole and bounce it outside in the NFL as many times as K9 did last night. Like I don't think people genuinely understand how crazy it was, some of the shit he did last night from running the football perspective. He would be up in the gap and bounce outside, like against an elite defense.
And the skipping behind the line, like and waiting for the patients to have the hole
That's
open.
What Le'Veon did all the time. I mean, that was the Pittsburgh Steelers. Le'Veon was that.
I'm saying we haven't seen it in a while since Pittsburgh Le'Veon. So
shout out K9 for sure. Chris,
all right, go on. Let's do it.
No, go ahead.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I got mine. So I'll retort with
loser. Drake May, bro. And you're back. You're back to Drake maybe? Drake maybe? Drake fucking maybe? Because I don't know, bro. What was that yesterday? What was that? What was that? What was that? Like, I get the Seattle defense is good, but I mean, you looked CJ Stroudish in that first half. I ain't gonna lie, you did. You did. And, you know, it just brings back up to the forefront. Y'all had the lightest schedule imaginable this season. You know?
God, here we go.
You did. You played a fucking
this is where I'm going to fire back. But okay.
You played a backup quarterback in the AFC Championship game in a blizzard. So it's not like your offense had to do anything. So it's like maybe y'all really did just have the red carpet to the easiest fucking route imaginable. And then I promise you next year I am betting you're under. I might bet it right now. Like, fuck the Patriots. Y'all were never that good. I can't believe I fell for the hype. That's all I got to say. You'll be back to being, you might be third in your division next year. Loser. Patriots, no more dynasty. Tom Brady is not reincarnated. And Drake, you may be good. You may just be middle of the pack. And I can't believe we even entertained the idea of who the MVP was, Drake May or Matthew Stafford. I thought last night was a clear indication on that argument. Do you want to know the stats Matthew Stafford had against that Seattle defense on the season? 9 touchdowns, 981 yards, no picks. That's what an MVP does against an elite defense. Not whatever the hell Drake May did in that first half. And y'all want to talk about garbage time shit? All that shit he did was in garbage time. That was a dot. This first touchdown he threw was a dot. But I'm just saying. You know what I mean? So, Drake, you weren't Drake May last night. You was like I posted on Instagram, Drake Bell, singer from Drake and Josh. That's all I got to say. Sorry, Chris.
Loser. Anyone that still uses that casual bullshit schedule take. I'm sorry. Who the fuck did the Seahawks play in the playoffs? You played a fucking 49ers team that was held together by fucking duct tape offensively. And you played a Rams team that had every chance to win that game in the second half and had one drive in the fucking fourth quarter. Congrats to the Seahawks for having a great fucking defense. But you know what? At the end of the day, the offense ran the ball down LA's throat in that fourth quarter, and LA had one chance. The second drive in the fourth quarter in that game where Seattle easily could have lost, they had 30 seconds of possession on that final drive. Yeah, okay, I will concede New England had the easiest schedule in a long time in the regular season, but I'm not going to fault the New England Patriots for that because the schedule makers set that out. Going into week 4, remember when I said that? I said, look, if they can run the table, they have a weak ass schedule. I acknowledge that at that point in the year. I said, they have, what was it, like the Giants, the Raiders. They had a baby soft schedule. But I said, if they can go through into that, they're going to lead their division into their bye week. No problem with that. But like I said, who are we talking about with the Seahawks here? You had a bye week, so the Patriots had to play one more game. They still had to go against that Chargers defense, which was rock solid. Yeah, we're all going to talk about the Chargers and that offensive line that Justin Herbert had to deal with. But at the end of the day, Justin Herbert's also not a playoff quarterback, so I'm pretty sure he choked against the Jaguars the year before as well. So Justin Herbert behind a bad O-line, sure, but you still had to deal with the Chargers defense. You also had to deal with that Texans defense, which was still widely regarded by many as one of the better ones in the AFC, and New England still got through that. And yeah, okay, cool. Drake May, yeah, he didn't have a great Super Bowl, but you know who he has more Super Bowl appearances than right now? Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. So, and I would argue, not just playoff appearances.
That's fine. That's all fine and dandy. But guess what? He else has the same thing they do. Yeah. They don't. He doesn't have a Super Bowl championship, and I think he might have blew his only chance.
Where was this Patriots team a year ago?
I think he blew his only chance.
4 wins.
I think he blew his only chance to ever get one because that's of course.
This team is getting back there. If you can get to a Super Bowl with Stephon Diggs, Mac Hollins, Kayshon Boutte, give this team a year or two to develop with him with the chemistry. This was year 2 under Drake May. He's solid.
I was sitting there watching that Super Bowl last night, and I should have tweeted it. I'd rather watch Patrick Mahomes in the next 15 Super Bowls than watch that bullshit again. So, mama, that man going to be back next year. Lamar Jackson going to have a new head coach, a new vibe, new energy. Josh Allen going to have a new stadium, new head coach, new energy.
And guess what? They're all going to shit the bed once again.
I'm just saying, man, that AFC going to be back to what we know it to be next year. Y'all going to have the toughest schedule imaginable because y'all going to play a first-place schedule, and y'all might be lucky to have 9 wins. Cry, Patriots, cry. It's over. You had the red carpet to the Super Bowl, and you laid them.
They went from a 4-win team to the fucking Super Bowl. This team is 2 years ahead of schedule. They weren't supposed to do jack shit this year. And they fucking made it. I don't give a shit. You can't take that away from anybody.
The Leafs pooped it The Jays pooped it,
Okay.
and now your Patriots pooped
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. Well, yeah. Okay, that's fine. You know what though? Like I said, they still made the Super Bowl in year 2 under Vrabel. Vrabel's a hell of a coach. He deserves fucking Coach of the Year, not whoever else fucking won the award. And Matt Stafford, cool. Yeah, have fun.
Feels weird when mom and dad are fighting, man.
I just had to rage bait Chris a little bit.
That's okay. That's fine. I was ready for it. Can you see? I was ready for it.
I had Patriots yesterday too, bro. I'm just mad. That's all.
And so it's a Josh Allen ain't losing when he gets there, if he gets there.
All I'm going to add to that is I think you're both right, Jay and Chris. Jay's right. They may never make it back again. Kind of like the Dan Marino days when he got in there early and just never made it. And that happens to a lot of NFL teams. Chris, you are 2 years ahead of schedule. You got in the year where it was the softest AFC and it lined up for you guys. I'm not taking anything away from the bet. It just lined up for you guys. You're now talking about Josh Allen might get a resurgence. Joe Burrow at some point might get a resurgence. Justin Herbert could get a resurgence. Lamar and the Ravens. I mean, there's just so many guys stepping up that are waiting in the wings that at any point, any one of those teams could take a huge leap. We don't know what the Texans are going to do. Maybe the Texans move on from Stroud. They bring in a superstar. Now he leads them. I mean, this was the year where you're able to get in. And I'm not taking anything away from you. The lights were too big for Drake May. He's young. He hasn't had the experience. And I don't care that you have a Super Bowl winning coach. The players on that team did not have experience in a Super Bowl. And, if he would have won it, we would have crowned him as the youngest ever Super Bowl winner. But because you didn't, and the way that you were able not be able to do anything, we got to give it to you. And we got to tell it to you straight that you were the reason where you saw ghosts yesterday, and it wasn't Sam Darnold. Your defense played great, and you were just 3 and out, and you may never make it back. And that's a very reasonable possibility because that's how it goes in the NFL. You may never make it back. I don't care if you made it.
You could also say they may not make it back, but the other 31 teams in the NFL, it's just the reality is the year after year.
And
but
the Patriots, as many as they've won, you've also had the most losses in Super Bowls ever.
But they also have just as much of a chance to get back as
you've had 6 Super Bowls won, but you've also had the most Super Bowl losses in history. So not taking anything away from the franchise, but it's just got to call a spade a spade.
I have no hockey plays today.
Me either.
Saw the NHL pop up. I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah.
It's just attack.
Jeremy went, oh, shit. Hey. All right, well.
Y'all knew we had to come here and yap for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Oh, y'all knew that.
Like I told you guys, the best thing from this weekend is whoever came up with Kid Rock lip syncing at the TPUSA thing and called him Hillbilly Vanilli. Like that's top of the line work right there, man. And then, everybody had the joke about Bad Bunny having more yards with the football in his hand than the Patriots did in the first half too. That thing got
that was good.
Around.
It turned around in the second half.
He did walk a lot.
They said he had 124 yards. Somebody actually did the math.
What did Drake have at halftime? 60?
I don't remember what the number was, but it
like
wasn't
60.
good.
Turned it up.
I will say, I know there's a lot of Bad Bunny hate out there today, man. Just chill, y'all. It's really not that big of a deal. It's really not, bro. And at the end of the day, I thought his message was beautiful.
Yeah.
And his message was the message of America, bro. If you really are just mad about it, bro, this is the United States. You know what I mean? The United States. It's the melting pot of us all. We're all here. Black, white, Latino, Asian. We're all here. And that's what makes this such a beautiful place to be. And the last thing I'll say about it is everything ain't got to be for you. If it ain't for you, you don't gotta have an opinion. Like, fuck it. Just move on. Go on about your life. Seek out things that you do like. Don't spend time talking about shit you don't like. And just because it's not for you, don't mean it's for somebody else. So last year when Kendrick Lamar was in the Super Bowl, I felt really represented. I was like, damn, he really talking that, at the Super Bowl? That is crazy to me. So last night, I know a lot of Latino descent people felt the exact same way. Like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm really being represented at the Super Bowl. While Bad Bunny music is not 100% for me, I did enjoy some of it. And I thought it was a really beautiful message, including everything that's going on right now. I thought it was a very beautiful message. Love through the hate. And that's really all I got to say about it, man. So,
one other thing on that, like somebody else pointed out, it's like you guys last year were upset because you didn't understand what Kendrick Lamar was saying. Yeah. And you didn't like that. And this year you don't understand what the guy's saying. It was more of a vibe. I mean, if you find the right beat, you find the right thing. And as somebody pointed out, it's like music is supposed to bring people together, and now it's being used to divide us. It just sucks, man.
In fairness, when I sing his songs in the car, do you think I know it word for word? No, I just sound like I'm like Jerry said. I'm going with the beat. I'm like
last word, yeah. Every sentence.
I mean, look, I totally get what you guys are saying. I'm not taking anything away from last year, this year. I'm not opposed to it, but can we just get back to entertaining? Like, just entertainment. Like, I feel like it's been a message for now 3-4 years, and I get it. I'm not taking anything away from it. I think it's the right timing for it, but I just hope they get back to the entertaining, which is putting on a band and we're listening to their songs that we all love.
The problem
less message, more entertainment.
Yeah, the problem is that now. And I'm not trying to get too much into it, but it's like
the line's been blurred for a long time.
The problem is that
we can't really. I'm sorry, we can't.
Yeah, you have to. There's people that just want to use the platform whenever they have it, and
the line's been blurred. Entertainment is sports entertainment. That shit. Are these games even not rigged? Is this shit not the WWE? No, I'm kidding. Let me stop.
John Cena's music hits and he walks out.
Man, it ain't no joke. The WWE has better referees than the NFL.
Man. So shit. I thought that was. Did we go all game no flags last night? Did we?
No, they had a false start early.
He had the
whole. There was no flags in the first half. There might have been second half.
There was one in the first half. There was a false start.
Oh.
How does that Cooper Cup play not get reviewed, though? Like, it's the Super Bowl. How does that not get reviewed?
I don't get that. I didn't get that either.
Yeah. But what did you think on that quickly before we move on? Incomplete or complete? What do you think?
I thought it was incomplete. It's too tough to decipher, like, when he actually has the ball because of that bobble, and when he gets it, he's still sliding out of bounds. So I didn't think he had it.
Yeah. The other one, too, the one where I thought it hit the ground, I thought it.
Yeah, I think he got that one. I think he caught that one.
No, I don't know. I thought that was incomplete. I thought it hit the ground. Yeah. I can talk about shit all day. I love this shit.
Hey, why don't you talk about Drake May? I haven't heard how you feel about him yet. And just direct it towards Chris.
Drake May pissed me off today. All right, well. We can probably talk about the Super Bowl for another hour. Is that everybody want to talk about the Super Bowl for another hour?
We could. I could talk some more.
I know we could.
Dream scenario next year. LA. Dallas Cowboys will be there. NBA Youngboy performing at halftime. Can I dream or am I delusional?
Can it be both?
Man, I spent my last dime to be at that motherfucker.
Now, if you make it to the Super Bowl, Jay, you're definitely going.
I'm there. I don't care what I'm spending. I spend $20,000 to be at that.
I mean, you probably have to. I think the time that I was given press pass the one year, and they didn't let me go when the Ravens played in New Orleans. I had to fly back home and do a pregame show, which pissed me off. But the year I got to go, those tickets are like $2,700, like somewhat face value. You'll probably play upwards 5 to 6, and then obviously the travel and everything.
If it's Cowboys in LA though, that motherfucker gonna be.
Hey, you only get to do it. Look, you're never going to see that again, so you might as well.
Nah, you might be on the phone.
Now we decompress for a long off season.
I know, man. It's like, damn, it's really over. You know,
it's over.
Like, you guys, let's face it. We're going to be talking about stuff for a couple months, and the next thing you know, we blink and it's going to be preseason.
I just can't wait for baseball. It's going to be fun.
Pause, man. We in hoops right now. We in my world, man. Chill.
Jay's like, whoa. Come on, give me a break.
Enjoy some hoops before we get to baseball, man. Shit.
We'll start with at least college hoops before we get to the NBA. We got decent card for a Monday. A lot of Southland swaction. Got a couple marquee games. Starts at 4 Eastern with St. Francis STFU against Chicago State. We got Navy Bucknell, Jackson State against the Abe Simpsons of Arkansas Pine Bluff. We got Xavier and St. John's, Central Arkansas, North Alabama, Prairie View A&M against FAMU, Southern Illinois, the Salukis against Indiana State, Yale Howard, Texas Southern Bethune-Cookman, NC State Louisville, Northwestern State Lamar, got Incarnate Word Up against Southeastern Louisiana.
Word up.
We got Jay's alma mater, Texas A&M Commerce, East Texas A&M against Stephen F. Austin, Alabama A&M and Grambling State, Valpo. I don't like Drake.
I don't like him. Drake School, Drake May. I'm sorry.
Damn.
Should
have done the Drake parlay.
Hold on. I was gonna say I'll have a parlay. Give me a sec. Something just came up that I just realized. Okay. I got UTRGV Rio Grande Valley against Nichols. Houston Baptist catching 20 at McNeese. Delaware State NC Central. UNC Wilmington Charleston. Only a few more games. Belmont Bradley. Illinois State Evansville. Alcorn and Mississippi Valley State, maybe the most winnable spot of the year for Mississippi Valley.
Delta Devils.
Texas A&M Corpus Christi, New Orleans, Oregon, Indiana, Alabama State, Southern, maybe the game of the night, Arizona, Kansas, and Northern Iowa, Murray State. Jay, any college for you today?
Yeah, like you said, it's a solid Monday card in college hoops, man. And I'm just tell you my thoughts on everything. I would take Xavier plus the points. I think it's a good spot to face St. John's coming off the huge win over UConn. I know we just saw Xavier get flooded by UConn 92-60. I think all the casuals gonna look at that and be on St. John's. St. John's in the dog role, cool. In the big favorite role, not really where I'm comfortable with them. I would lean Xavier, ATS in that one. I would take NC State. I mean, not NC State. I would take Louisville, lay the 6.5 over NC State at home. I thought Louisville played all right against Wake Forest over the weekend on the road. Road is not really where they play their best basketball, but coming home here, I think it's a good spot for them to collect another solid home win. So you get NC State on the road here. I know they've won a couple road games in a row, but I think this is the one they dropped. I'm just taking the better team, Louisville, laying the points. Let's see what else we got in here. Give me Mississippi Valley State straight up money line, deep step back three. You feel me? If they ever gonna get one, today the one. Today the day. Today is the day. Alcorn is the better basketball team, and Mississippi Valley is hot garbage. But you know. It's too good of a plus money price fading a team like Alcorn. Alcorn don't deserve to be laying 7.5 on the road on anybody, not even Mississippi Valley State. So tread lightly on that, though. Tread lightly. Give me Indiana laying the points on Oregon. I know Oregon just covered against Purdue, but I think that was more about Purdue than it was about Oregon. Purdue, maybe they're just fucking garbage now. Maybe that just is what it is, you know? And Indiana, they're not. I think they flood Oregon in this spot. And last but not least, that Kansas Arizona game, I don't know. Y'all know I usually got an opinion on everything. This one, I don't know. Flip a coin. Heads or tails. That's kind of my thoughts. Forced to play, I go Arizona. I legitimately think they're the best team in the country, but it wouldn't shock me if Kansas won that game. I likely will have $0 on it when it all finishes out. Costa?
I'm going to fade your alma mater here, Jay. Give me Stephen F. Austin. They've just been so good at home this year. They've covered 10 of their last 11 as favorites. This Texas A&M team, sub 500. They're sub 500 ATS as well. They're 4-10 on the road. And Stephen F. Austin in these spots laying double digits usually are really good this year. I know there could be a correction. I know it's probably a very public play as well. I just think they're going to beat them by 20 plus. This team is really good this year. I'm excited to see what they do in the tournament. The other one, I'm going to fade. I've done this once this year. I faded Arizona once against BYU and got burnt. Even though BYU made that push late in the game. But Kansas is just a different team at home. The losses that we saw from Kansas were earlier in the season without their superstar. Now we're starting to see the Kansas team that we expected with the full roster. I think this is the day where they upset Arizona at home. I get it. It's a small spread, but Arizona, they're not going to go undefeated this year. It's a really tough place to play. Kansas has shown me at home how dominant they could be. I think they pull this one out. Give me Kansas on the money line.
Jeremy?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with what Cossie's saying. Like, with Kansas, I mean, if you looked at them last year, it was fade them on the road, and even at times it was fade them at home because things were falling apart. The one caveat with Kansas is that they typically, in good games or big games, they play 6 deep. Sometimes, like, their 7th man that comes in the game might play like 5 or 6 minutes, if that. So any foul trouble could get them. But I like getting some home cooking at home. I think Kansas is the right side. Some of the other games I was looking at that I thought were interesting. I mean, there's a handful of them here. There was the College of Charleston and UNC Wilmington. I thought that was going to be a higher scoring game, as well as Alabama State and Southern. Another game that I liked. It's a hot mess over here with all these papers. I like Oregon and Indy to go under the 142.5. I thought Southeast Louisiana minus the 1/2 against Incarnate Word was another good play. And lastly, I know I've seen a lot of people talk about it. I like Louisville. This is one of those spots where people are looking at NC State going, why aren't they ranked? Why aren't they ranked? I think Louisville shows up tonight and wins and covers that 6.5.
I'm gonna go with Kansas plus the 1.5. I know it's Arizona's undefeated, but this is a Kansas team that I'm not trying to pass points up with. At home. I did that earlier this season against who did I do it against? It was against Iowa State, and they drilled Iowa State at home. Allen Fieldhouse is just where Kansas steps up. I think that Kansas gets it done there. So give me the Jayhawks. Hands Arizona their first loss of the season. But the guys on Xavier plus 15. Or at least I'm with Jay. I don't know if anybody else had it, but I'm with Xavier plus 15. Letdown spot for St. John's after the UConn win. This was a 5-point game earlier this season. I know St. John's at MSG is still a still a tough team to knock off, but I don't know. Battle of the Patinos. I don't think Rick Pitino's going to try to drill his son here. So I think 10-point win for the Johnnies. I see that. So give me Xavier plus the points. And this two team.
Wait. Pause. I just had a brain fart moment. I think this is a big game for Big Bettino, ain't it? ain't this like a career win spot for Patino? I think this could be his 1,000th win or something like that.
Didn't he just? I thought he got that.
Or did he get it already? I remember he won it already. 900. He already got it. I remember seeing that last week. He was talking about he had the opportunity to get it against his son. So I didn't know if he had got it already or not. That's why I said pause. Let me just ask a couple questions before.
Yeah, I don't know. Even if it is, like I said, 15 is too many for me. I think it's a 10, 12 point win. To be happy with that. Or it's gonna fall like right near the number, like 81.
He got it already. All right. If he got it already, cool.
Yeah.
I'm still with Xavier.
Yeah. 81-67.
Y'all know me, college hoops. It's so hard to keep up with everything. Especially I'm so dialed in the NBA. Sometimes shit like that in college hoops kind of slip my brain. I'm trying to be active everywhere, but it's
No, hold on. There is a milestone play at play here. If he wins tonight, it's win number 904, which moves him past Roy Williams for third all time.
Okay, so there's something else too. Okay, so
900 came against Baby Patino the first meeting.
Okay.
So,
For sure.
yeah, I think Xavier still shows up in that one. This two-team parlay might be the only two-team parlay, or might be the only time where these two actually work together to for the greater good. Give me the Drake Lamar parlay.
I like it. I like that. Okay,
Yeah.
that's swag.
Don't put my boy in with Drake right now.
That's
Associate
swag.
with him.
I like that.
Give me Lamar. Give me the Fighting Kendricks of Lamar at -7.5 against Northwestern State. Give me Drake -3 against Valpo.
I don't like Drake. I really don't like Drake this morning, man.
I don't like Drake.
Somebody said which Drake had a worse Super Bowl? Was it halftime for Drake last year, or was it Drake May in the first half of this game? So
Also, the singer Drake had $1 million on the Patriots.
Yep.
So,
God, he might be the worst gambler in the world,
It's
man.
just
That guy's
bad day
terrible.
for everything Drake, man.
Same thing with Portnoy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if there's anything else on the card. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with that. But we'll move on to, let me pull it up here.
Are we breaking down today's Olympic card, or we're not doing that?
You can if you actually have something for the Olympics. I don't.
A lot of good things happening right now.
Sure.
Hey.
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 Boys and girls.
You.
What is up with you boys and girls?
Meow.
Gossie's open.
Say you go down a hill. What does that mean, Justin? What type of hill are you talking about here?
He wants to push you off on the sled. He wants to see you go down the hill like Snoop.
I did like the what was it? That's not the skeleton.
Yeah,
The
luge.
bobsled team. No,
Yeah.
the bobsled team. When somebody said my 4-leg parlay, and you watching the guys jump into the 3, fall out, and it's just the one, and the other 3 guys are just sliding down the damn hill. So
They didn't
good.
make it in.
Yeah.
Oh, because they already had the gold in the luge.
Did they? Okay.
The single rider.
Oh, that's funny. All right. We got it's a 10-game card today.
Yes, sir.
So we'll go
10
5.
of them.
Who's the guy in the back is the question.
Well, how do you disperse the weight? If it's the heaviest guy at the back.
Well,
I think
you got to spread it out. But
if it's the heaviest guy at the back, I think it's hands down.
the guy in the front is the driver. Then the muscle is in the middle.
Okay, so I'm in the middle.
Well, you don't want me in there because my ears are going to screw us over, and by catching so much wind that we're not going to make it down.
So Jeremy's in the front.
We'll tape.
The front guy puts his head down.
We'll tape him. Did you see that thing where I got to send you the article? It's pretty funny. Where this long jumper skiers inject something into their genitals.
Yeah,
it's like some sort of
acid.
form of acid, and it makes them erect, and it says it helps them like kind of carry a little bit more.
Yeah, more aerodynamic, kind of like the same thing they put in women's lips.
What's this thing called? Make it bigger.
It's some sort of acid. It begins with an H.
Yeah, it's some kind of. It's
y'all are dead ass.
Dead ass.
Yeah, it was a big story that was going around.
Yeah,
about these guys.
It's actually a thing. We're not even joking. Like, it's actually a thing.
Yeah.
But what's this thing called purely for scientific purposes? I have no idea.
It starts with an H.
Is it like? I don't want people to think it's hydrochloric, but is it like hyaluronic acid or something?
It starts with an H and it's acid. I can't, but I don't know the medical term.
Cool. I'll.
Somebody said Hornets. No, it's not the Hornets.
It's not the Hornets money line. If the Hornets money line is getting you bricked up like that, that's...
Here we go. There we go. Hyaluronic.
That Hornets money line just might be getting me right now. It just might get me right now.
Oh, jeez.
No, Chris, don't get any ideas before the show.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I got what is it? I got 7 months to get it before NFL opening weekend. Anyways, we got Detroit. We got the Pistons and the Hornets.
There, the Hornets. Acid.
Trust me, just because it's not available here, doesn't mean I can't get my hands on it. That's what she said.
I think we got that deer antler stuff from up north in Canada.
Yeah, there you go. We got the Pistons laying 2.5 line shopping here against the Hornets. Total 223.5. We got the Brooklyn Nets. Again, do your line shopping 3.5, 4.5 out there against the Bulls laying 3.5 or 4.5 against the Brooklyn Nets. We got the Heat laying 7.5 at home against the Utah Jazz. We got the Orlando Magic 10.5, 11-point favorites at home against the Milwaukee Bucks, and the House of Disappointment laying 6.5 at home against the Atlanta Hawks. Costi, what do you like here?
You went 5 and 5?
Yeah, 5 and
5. In this, I'm gonna go with where we start. Go with the Heat. Fucking Jazz are ass on the road. Miami's really, really good. 8-2 ATS in their last 10 home games. Versus sub 400 teams. Utah just sucks on the road in defensive efficiency. I just see this being a blowout. I get it with Jared Jackson. It's a little bit of a different Utah team, but that's not moving the needle for me as much. They get flooded on the road way too much. I know they're actually 14-12 ATS. They have improved since how they started, but I just think it's a good spot for Miami at home to just flood them. Charlotte Hornets money line for me. We're riding this all aboard train. This team is just playing different right now, and you're still getting a little bit of value. They get above 500, you're going to start seeing some versus good teams. They might be even favored at home. A lot of people are still not believers in this team. If you don't watch the Hornets because they're in such a small market, you just don't know. But this team can play every type of game right now. They could slow it down. They have perimeter shooters. They play decent defense. They could play quick. Very impressive what I'm seeing of late from them. I like them on the money line. And then the other game that I like here, give me the Pelicans at home. This is not a play on the Pelicans. This is a play against Sacramento. Sacramento is so bad on the road in these spots. 8 points isn't going to be enough. I think they get flooded, and that's hard to say from this Pelicans team that's been very inconsistent, but they have been playing overall. against crappy teams pretty well. They just struggle against good teams. So they could put up points, especially at home. So fate of Sacramento for me. So New Orleans.
Jeremy?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think I'm going to co-sign with the Hornets. Give me, Caulk, Nickball, and Ball, and all the cool names you can come up with for that Hornets team. I just like the way they're playing. We've been talking about it. They've played much better as of late. I think they're live. I think that Jazz Heat game is going to have an unbelievable pace. It should be really fast. That's why you're seeing the 240 up there. I don't think that number's high enough. And I think the Magic game goes under. I think we see a slower game there in this block. But that's all I have.
Yeah, the under in the Bucks Magic game is the only one I like here. Sorry, Bucks Tragic. Yeah, I want nothing to do with this. Bucks, especially still without Giannis. Congrats, you got 3 straight wins at home over teams you should beat. But last time we saw this team out on the road against quality competition, they got held to 79 points against the Celtics. Magic still top 10 in home defensive efficiency this season. They try to win these games with defense, but I also don't trust this team offensively. This feels like a 110-100 kind of game. So I'm taking the under 218.5, 219, 220, whatever you get it at. Yeah, I'll co-sign. I'll lean on the Hornets plus the 2.5, 3 money line. I think the Hornets team deserves the respect. So give me the Hornets. Jay?
All aboard, man. What the fuck, man? We ain't getting off the train, man. We ain't getting off. It's a dub spot. It's a win. All aboard the hype train, man. If you ain't getting on, if you ain't on, you can get the fuck off. You can get left at the stop. You can get left at the train station. It's that simple. Everybody want to be the smartest man in the world. Everybody want to be so smart. Everybody want to be, I was on the other side when the Hornets finally lost their win streak. Man, fuck that, man. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Roll it over. Let's go. Come on, man. All aboard the hype train, man. This line tell you everything you need to know. Take a step back and come back to reality. So in reality, a lot of us, we sharp better if we bet on the daily. A lot of people ain't. A lot of people today got their ass smoked yesterday on Super Bowl. They don't want to come back betting today. You know what I mean? They're going to look at this game and look at it like this. This is how they're going to look at it. You got the team with the second best record in the NBA. The team that is first in the East. A team that has won 4 of their last 5. A team that just flooded the Knicks, the team with the second best record in the East. Flooded 118-80. Only laying 2.5 on the Hornets. Many people still think the Hornets are a bad basketball team. They've been a bad basketball team their entire life. So if they're not 100% dialed into the NBA, they don't even probably know the Hornets on a win streak. You got to look at it through the lens of this is the number 1 seed in the East, only laying 2.5 on the 10 seed in the East, barely even in the playoff spot. Fuck the win streak. That's how I think a lot of people looking at it. And a lot of people just going to psych themselves out. I'm taking Hornets straight up money line. You can go 2.5 if you want to. Hornets are playing really, really, really well right now. Everything that I look at this line grades out extremely well. It's a great spot for Charlotte as well. It's a revenge game. They lost to Detroit the first time they played. It was like I forget what the final score was. It was a pretty bad win for Detroit. That game was in Detroit back in December, though. The Hornets are a completely different team now than they were then. You got the Pistons coming off the pretty significant homestand. Their last 4 were just played at home. I do not think this is the get-off spot for the Hornets. If you actually want me to tell you what I think the get-off spot is, I hate to say it, it might be the next game against the Hawks. Hawks, quick revenge spot. That might be the get-off spot. That might be the get-off spot. But today is not the get-off spot, man. I'm on Charlotte plus the 2.5. They will make the postseason. They are in the play-in spot right now. If you didn't already get your playoff ticket in, I'm sorry you missed the boat, but you can still get in. You can still enjoy the fun with us. You can still get on the hype train with us. Give me Charlotte plus the 2.5 and straight up on the money line, man. Let's go. All aboard. Let's get it done. I see there was like 50 comments that just went across. Let me look what y'all saying.
I posted them on the screen.
Ooh, y'all on the Hornets. Let's go. Let's do it. I love when we get on the hype train together, man. That shit is the funniest shit in sports. And why try to be Mr. Smart Man and go on the other side? Why? Like, if you hear,
now it's,
hear.
Now it's 2.5. Now this is what we're doing, Jay. Now it's 2.5.
Yeah,
2.5 on the Hornets.
Let's do it, man. Let's fucking do it. All right. For me, else here, I like the Nets straight up money line in this spot. Nets have already beat the Bulls twice this season. They lead the season series 2-1. Bulls not really playing that well right now, and I just think the Nets have a chance to stack back-to-back home wins. They just beat the Wizards. I think they can beat the Bulls tonight. So give me the Nets. Later points with the Heat here. I know the Jazz have covered 4 straight on the road. Insane stat. But also in that same breath, the reason why I can't take the Jazz is they are tanking. I don't know if y'all saw what they did in that last game. That is the definition of tanking. I was on the Magic in that game. They had the lead in that game heading into the fourth quarter. You know what they did? Shut down Markkanen, shut down Jaren Jackson Jr. They did not touch the floor again in the fourth quarter. That's tanking. And they end up losing that game. They had a lead. End up losing the game because they didn't play their guys for the remainder of the game. That's a team I cannot bet on. I'm sorry. Give me the Miami Heat, who are still trying to play basketball. I think it's a decent little get-right spot for them at home. Vibes kind of high. I don't know if y'all saw Bam Adebayo dunked on his teammate Ware. They was all ha-ha-ki-ki-ki in the locker room. He might go on a run here soon. Fade the Jazz. I lean Orlando here, but am I really rushing to lay 10.5 with the Magic? They're one of the worst ATS teams in the league. If I were forced to play this game, it would be Magic. It's still no Giannis, no Bucks. And then the Bucks coming off of 3 straight wins now out on the road, coming off the homestand. Chris hit this right on the head. Like, Bucks are supposed to win those 3 games now on the road playing a Magic team who I do think is head and shoulders better than them. Y'all know how high I am on Orlando, but they've hurt my pocketbook so much. It's just like, am I rushing to lay 10.5? Like, do I have to be there on a day where I really like the NBA card? Do I have to lay 10.5 with the Magic? I don't. So I don't want. And give me the T-Wolves. House of disappointment. Bounce back game at home. It also happens to be a revenge game. Lost to the Hawks first time, coming off of back-to-back ugly losses. You get beat by the Pelicans at home. What the fuck? As a double-digit favorite. Then you turn around and get flooded by the B-team Clips. Huh? Classic. House of disappointment. Classic Minnesota Timberwolves. But today, I think they get right at home. Atlanta, I'm just not in love with what I'm seeing from them right now. Give me T-Wolves.
All right. Got the Pelicans laying 7.5 at home against the Sacramento Kings. We got the Denver Nuggets laying 1.5 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Golden State Warriors laying 6.5 against the Memphis Grizzlies. The Lakers catching 6.5 at home against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And the Philadelphia 76ers laying 3.5 on the road against the Portland Trail Blazers. Jeremy, anything you like here?
Just one thing for me. I thought about taking the Lakers, but I couldn't pull that trigger. I like the over in the Hawks-Timberwolves game. I think we see a paced-up game. Again, similar to what I was talking about with the Heat. Those are my 2 favorite totals today. I think they both shoot out.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Pelicans laying 7.5 here. Strictly just because I just don't trust the Sacramento Kings. I gave them the benefit of the doubt, and even between 2 of these, 2 of the worst teams in the NBA, the Pelicans laying 7.5 feels crazy, but it's like, does it? Because we've seen the Kings get drilled left and right, and when the Pelicans play up to their potential, they could still, beat up on even bad teams. So I'm going to roll with the Pelicans in that one, and I'm going to take the Grizzlies plus 6.5 for the Memphis Hustle, whoever's playing tonight. But whenever I just see the Warriors without Steph Curry, and I'm still seeing these listed as out, unless that changes. But either way, it's just a spot where the Grizzlies are more used to playing in a situation like this than the Warriors are. When the Warriors don't have Steph Curry, it's a step down. So I think the Grizzlies, we've seen step up in certain spots over the years when they've had nobody in the lineup. I think they show up here. So give me the Grizzlies plus 6.5.
Would you say with the Warriors with Steph up when he's in there and you Steph down when he's out? Is that what you said?
Jay, what do you like here?
I'm going
down without Steph.
I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna take the Warriors in this one. No Curry, no Jimmy, no Porzingis, no problemo. I just don't like the spot for the Grizzlies on this West Coast tour. And the Warriors are a different team, Monster and Animal and Chase Center. So I think you see this one kind of get out of hand in a little towards the end of the game. To me, this is the G League Grizzlies versus the B team Warriors. And I think the B team Warriors are enough to beat the G League Memphis Hustle by margin. So give me Golden State. Give me Portland plus a 3.5. I know Philly is a great road ATS team. But everybody, their mama and uncle and auntie is on Philadelphia tonight. Last game on the slate, they're going to be sad as hell when the Blazers cover this game, if not win it outright. So just don't trust Philadelphia laying up and over a bucket in a tough venue like Portland. This team, as well as on the West Coast tour, I know they're ready to get back to the East Coast. Just a good spot to grab up and over a bucket with Portland at home. I am on the Lakers plus the 6.5. No Shea, no Oklahoma City, man. Especially just right now from an ATS perspective, I'm just not in love with them. They're not a profitable team this year, and one thing that we've talked about is they're overrated and overvalued. And there's a couple of reasons why they're overrated and overvalued. A, they're the defending champs. B, they got the best record in the NBA. And C, last season they were the best ATS team of all time in NBA history. So, of course, the books weren't just going to continue to let us beat them over the head, right? We've cashed so many tickets at Oklahoma City over the past 4 years. I know the books got tired of it. And, now they're pricing Oklahoma City up. They were just up and over a basket favorite over Oklahoma City. Over Houston the other night. No Shea, no Jalen Williams. Even I fell for it. I took them in that spot. They ended up losing outright. And I kind of got that same gut feeling about this spot tonight. I know Jalen Williams slated to be back in this one. I know Luka Doncic is out here. I'm just playing on the spot, playing on the situation. I'm taking the Lakers at home at the crib where they've been extremely profitable last season and this season combined. They're still a profitable home team this season. When you combine this season and last season, they're still the second most profitable home team in that span. I would say keep it on the injury report. DeAndre Ayton is game time decision, but I think the Lakers is a good play here. I just think the Thunder are a little overvalued. That's all I'm saying. Like it's not. I don't feel like this is a 6.5 point gap between these two teams right now, especially looking at the injuries for both teams. Like that's all I'm saying. Especially in LA, in Oklahoma City, maybe, but in LA where the Lakers play their best basketball, where they're a profitable ATS team, I'll take my chances grabbing the points against the B team Thunder, who are overrated and overvalued, in my opinion. So likely the Austin Reeves go off game. We'll see. This is the one, bro. If you watch the jam session, y'all gonna call me crazy. They gonna be like, who the hell is this? What the hell have you done with Jay? Because I don't even recognize this person because I'm on Cleveland. I'm on Cleveland, man. Taking one of the worst ATS teams in all of the league on the road in Denver. And I don't give a damn about the spot. Fuck the bounce back spot at home. Fuck the revenge game. Vibes high in Cleveland. I like what I'm seeing from James Harden and Donovan Mitchell and them. I think they flipped the switch. I think this line tells you everything you need to know. Give me Cleveland. Give me Cleveland. Nuggets have let me down plenty of times at home this season. I don't like their injury report. Man. Jokic on that mud, Murray on that mud, Bron on that mud. Keep an eye on it as the day progresses. I'm not saying they won't play. I'm just saying they are on the injury report. A couple of ankle injuries. And this Cavs team has flipped that switch. If you ain't paying attention, man, The Cavs has flipped the switch. We all knew the Cavs were one of the best teams in the league. They just were chilling because last season they went balls to the wall all season and they died in the playoffs. This season they made the choice to say, we're not going to do that this year. We're going to prioritize the second half of the season, not the first. And I think they finally cut it on. So give me the Cleveland Cavaliers straight up money line. And that's it, right? Yep. No, Pelicans, Kings. Did I talk about this one already?
I think you talked about it in the earlier one, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Lean Pelicans. That's a lot of lumber to lay though. But the Kings are fucking garbage. They're the worst team in the league.
All right. That does it. Oh.
No, fuck you then. I don't get to talk about this about the slate.
I thought maybe you were going off screen to put some more meat in your mouth.
Okay, go. Well, sorry, you jumped a time slot with the last one, so I kind of got confused.
Oh yeah, I did at the game.
That's why I got confused.
No worries.
Anyways,
no, I mean I literally agree with everything Jay said on these last games. It's got to be Lakers for me. I think Oklahoma City, without SGA, they're a different team. They've already been not a good covering team this year. Take him out of the mix. Austin Reeves is back. I know he's not starting. He didn't start last game, but now they're going to increase his minutes. I think that is going to be a factor for him to go off, like Jay said, in this game. I think catching 7 at home is too much. I think, with the rosters that they're both putting out, Lakers should be a 4-point dog at home, not 7. I think you're getting a lot of value there with the Lakers at 7. I'm with him as well in Cleveland. I think the small sample size experiment that we have seen now with Harden in the lineup, who's getting the ball, who's handling it at the end of the game, is Mitchell going to regress because Harden needs the buckets? What I've seen is Jared Allen's getting all the rebounds because you have that extra factor now with Harden that is more dangerous than Garland ever was, and they have to account for that, and you're seeing Jared Allen eat. This is with Mobley not even in there. This Denver team just has that laundry list, like Jay said, of guys on the injury report that will they get up for this game on Monday? Probably. But I still think that this is, with the small sample size, this Cleveland team has turned on the switch, like Jay said as well. So I agree with him there. I'm on Cleveland. And then Portland for me. The public's all over Philly here. Very public for them to be in the spot that they have been with the record, with their road record, with their road ATS, with the win streak, with the West Coast trip. And what does that set up? That sets up for Portland to not only cover, but win outright. Not going to bet this game, but if I bet it, I would definitely be on Portland here. So passing on Golden State. I don't know. I don't trust this Memphis team right now with the new roster and without Steph. I just don't know. Laying 9 is way too much for me. I don't have a feel in that game. I don't have a read from anybody that sent me any information either. So I'll pass. I'll take a Ruffolo on that Memphis Golden State game. That will close me out.
all right. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, fuck. Did it again. All right. Well, went through the whole card. But everybody knows that the best plays that we like, the ones we're the most confident you can find, those are Pick Dawgz Premium. Jay, what do you got going on over at Pick Dawgz today?
I got a lot of NBA. I really like the NBA card, man. So I'm going to have a hefty card today. Welcome to my world. Welcome to the NBA season, man. I know a lot of you been paying attention to football. Some of you may be paying attention to hockey. And, a lot of you are here for college hoops, but I'm straight NBA right now, man. I think tonight's going to be a great night. I think we're going to go on a great run. So if you fading me, good luck. If you believe me, hop on some long-term over at Pick Dawgz Premium.
Definitely check Jay out over at Pick Dawgz Premium. Costi, what's going on over at Safer Syndicate Group?
So as always, guys, the products we offer are not on the premium side because we rate our games from the different groups that give us the information based on a consensus basis. So we really resort to guys that only bet big for these programs because there's a higher price tag attached to them. So if you happen to be a bigger player that want more hands-on approach to your bankroll, you could find my number on the premium pick side under Safer Syndicate Group and reach out.
Definitely check that out with Costi at Safer Syndicate Group. Get some of those plays in your back pocket. Jeremy, what do you got going on over at PickDawgz Premium today?
Yeah, I got 7 plays up, 3 NBA, 4 in college. I got a triple play in the NBA and college hoops. Quite a bit that I like tonight, and one of my favorite plays is in that triple play. So if you guys want to check it out, PickDawgz.com. You can pair me up with whoever. Looking to make this a good week and build off of yesterday's Super Bowl win.
Hop on with Jeremy over at PickDawgz, fresh off the Super Bowl win. For me, I got a college basketball Diamond Mine best bet. Really love that play from tonight's card. One of my favorite plays, I think, of the entire week. I've also got an NBA big play, and I got a 5-pack, my Mega Monday 5-pack, 4 college hoops plays, 1 NBA best bet. Ready to start the week right. So definitely check that out over at PickDawgz. Pair me up with Jay, Jeremy. Pair all of us up. Whatever you do, use the promo code PICK at checkout. Get 15% off your purchase. But, gentlemen, it's that time of the show.
Parlay
time.
Parlay.
Oh. Let's see. Sorry, there's one that super chat in the comments. Anyone know about this? I don't know.
I mean, anytime you're actually subscribing anything, I don't know specifically who it is. If you want to call me direct on my phone number,
do you want to drop it in
find out more information? Yeah,
we'll drop that in the chat if anyone's got a comment or a question about it. But Jay, what's your parlay for today?
Parlay. We're going to parlay the Hornets money line with Hornets money line. Two-teamer. Hornets money line. Lakers money line. See what happens.
Costi, what do you like for a parlay?
Would you say Hornets money line and what?
Lakers money line.
I like that. We're gonna go college basketball. We're gonna go Navy laying the 7. Stephen F. Austin laying 15. Valpo on the money line. And Kansas on the money line.
Jeremy?
Yeah, I got a 3-teamer here, all in college. Give me Louisville, Southeast Louisiana, plus the 1.5, and over in the Alabama State Southern game. Typical 3-team parlay pays out right around 6-1.
You go 2-teamer. Sorry, Costi, but that Valpo play hit. The Drake Lamar parlays.
Oh, I forgot.
Foolproof.
Sorry for your loss.
Mm-hmm. Is what I said to you after I placed that parlay. And if you want a third, I'll roll with the guys Hornets. But
Bzz.
Jay, any final words before we head out of here? Jay's speechless at this point.
I was just trying to think of some great words to end the show on.
Drake, maybe. That was really good.
Drake, maybe. I could say that. But I think I'm just going to go with, man, be more loving, bro. Just be more loving moving forward this year. You know, it's a lot of divisive energy out there. Ignore it. Be a better person. Love your neighbor. No matter the skin tone, no matter the skin color. We're all the same. Different backgrounds, all just trying to work to a similar goal. live a good life. So whatever that looks like for you, it's what it looks like. Have a great day. Hope you win your bets today. Money Making Monday. New week, new goals, new opportunities.
Costi, follow that.
Well, yeah, I just wish Chris loses his parlay so Valpo wins. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't wish anything bad on you, Chris.
Jeremy?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's going to be a little bit more of the same. That Kansas game tonight's going to be a blast, and I know tomorrow we got some big games too. So good luck, unless you're betting on opposite sides of me. Then I hope you lose.
See, he can say it, but I can't.
Glad you know how this works. I'm gonna echo what Jay said. We're don't go looking for a reason to divide. Just take it. Love thy neighbor. We all just need to be more happy. We all just need to get together and have a beer. That's all it is, or a Diet Coke, depending on if you don't drink. But that's okay. But appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for putting up with us. And now start the 2.5 weeks of basketball before we get into spring training baseball and everything else that's going on. But we'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning, and make it a winning day.
Peace.